Howdy, mates. Top of the noon to ya. Been on this trail for a couple hours now. Welcome to Canyonlands National Park. We're back. However, we're at a separate district this time around. We're at specifically what is known as the Island in the Sky district. Basically, why it's called that is in this particular region, there is a mesa, or a plateau, that is surrounded by the Green River as well as the Colorado River. And the plateau in particular is a little more elevated compared to some of the other districts in the Canyonlands, and that is how the name Island in the Sky was created. What you're looking at ahead of you is what is known as Upheaval Canyon, which is within the district, and it leads to what is known as the Green River itself. But aside from that, some of the geology here is indeed unique to the region. So, we'll start off. If you're to look at the very top of that mesa up there, that is your Navajo sandstone, which for the most part came from most likely lakes that formerly existed here, or rivers in higher elevation, depositing sand because it's a little more resistant in terms of how quickly it erodes. Just below that, which you can kind of see it around there we go. That middle layer there is what is known as the Kayenta Formation. Oh, actually, okay, here we go. This is a better example. It looks a little more crumbly, and that has to do with the fact that when the Kayenta was deposited, it was mostly rivers that were delivering those sediments. But then going just below that, which you can actually see here, that forms those cliffs, that is the Wingate sandstone, which by nature is a little more erosive. But given that the Kayenta, which is just above it, is a little more erosion resistant, that's what's keeping the Wingate sandstone to last a bit longer. Because otherwise, if it was just the Wingate sandstone alone, it would erode much quicker. So then going just below the Wingate sandstone, we're likely looking at Chinle. It's called the Chinle Formation, which for the most part was formed from swamps or marshes. So the Chinle is a little more erosive by nature. And then going just below the Chinle, which I was pointing out here, this is where we get into the Moenkopi, which, same thing. It's a little more erosive, and it's usually at the Moenkopi Formation that you'll find what are called... Oh wait, no. Never mind. That's a separate layer. Whoops. I'll mention that soon. So going just past the Moenkopi, which I pointed out here, this is where it meets up with the White Rim sandstone. And that mostly came from dunes, for the most part. And it's the white rim sandstone that is indeed a bit more erosion resistant. So then coming across any layers below that, like the Organ Rock Formation, for example, which you can kind of see it down here, that is a bit more erosive. So it is oftentimes at those locations that you can find what are called alcoves or springs, because the bottom layer is eroding quicker than the top layer. It's kind of like this shape. Let's put it this way. Here we have the cliff. The alcove below it kind of forms a bit of a curve, just to give you an idea. But it is neat just how the rocks can indeed tell their stories. And much of these rocks come from combined periods of the Jurassic as well as the Permian. So you have to figure, if you were to average the number of years, 2 to 300 million years. But those are just estimates. We can never know for certain for how old exactly the rocks are. You can only have estimates. So, all right, you guys, have a good one. Have a great rest of your day, or Sunday, I should say. And of course, journey on a journey is onwards. See you later.